were you writing the novel with the title Fobbit already attached to it, or did that come during the process? And what did your editor think of the title? It always seems like people have battles about titles with editors.
Yeah, and I did. I'm trying to think if I ever called it anything else. I might have, at one very early iteration, I might have called it The Diary of a Soft Soldier, you know, which is that, right? So I guess Fobbit was always the working title. And that's what I turned into my agent, Nat Sobel, who's a great guy, and I love Nat. And he actually found me while I was in Iraq, through serious circumstances, but that's how I got my agent when I was in Iraq. And so when the time came 4 or 5 years later to turn it into him, he's like, I'm not so sure about this title. It doesn't say anything to me, and people aren't going to understand what a Fobbit is. And I said, well, I really believe in it, but I said, if you want, I'll go back and think about it. And I run a blog, and so one of the things I actually did is I held a contest on my blog, Name My Novel. And I gave them a synopsis of the book and told them a little bit about what it was about. And people sent in suggestions. Some of them were really good. Most of them were really bad. Diary of a Soft Soldier was one of them, probably. And so in the end, it didn't matter, though, because I said to Nat, let's just go with it. I can't come up with anything better. He reluctantly relented and said, okay, well, I think he relented thinking that whoever picked it up was going to certainly change that title of Fobbit that he just couldn't stand. He didn't think it was good. Never heard a word about it from Grove Atlantic, except, should we make the font bigger on Fobbit? How are we going to fit it on the cover? So they were happy with it.
They did define it on the cover.
But they were smart. The cover went through several. I saw a couple of other different versions of the cover, which were much more literal than this. So, and then the final design, they decided to put the definition such as it is on the cover.